Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening to my channel, for watching my channel, for being on my channel, for all the support, for all the comments. I really appreciate it. My name obviously is Boom Shikha, and I mostly speak about INFJ stuff on this video, so on this channel. So if you guys find it useful, please do give me feedback, and if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, let me know as well. In today's video, I want to speak to you guys about how INFJs kind of oscillate between two different spectrums, where we either love humanity, we love mankind, we love this world, and we really want to save it from itself. And then on the other hand, we're like at the spectrum where we're like, we hate mankind. We see all of their negative strikes. We see all of their negative traits, and we just want we just want mankind to end so that the rest of the world can live in peace and we don't kill Mother Earth, right? So we're kind of oscillating between saving mankind and hating mankind, right? We just oscillate between those two extremes. We don't have any middle ground, as INFJs don't. We really don't have any middle ground in anything. Really, anything you can think of will either be on one extreme or the other. Will never be on any kind of middle ground. So even in this, we oscillate between, hating mankind and having those moments where I'm just like, thinking to myself, why are we even alive? What is the point of humanity? All we do is kill each other. All we do is go into war. All we do is like go into strife. What's the point, right? And in other moments, I'll see something good, or I'll see a kind human being, or I'll see a billionaire giving away his wealth, to save the world. And I'll think to myself, oh my God, this world is amazing. I love humanity. I love people. I love all that they do. I love being part of this community where we're building this beautiful future, and I want to have hope for the future, So we go back and forth between these two things. The problem with this, it doesn't really matter normally, but the problem with this is that when we hate mankind and humanity, what I tend to do is I tend to hide in my corner. I'll basically hide in my apartment or my bungalow. I'll hide in places like this where there are no people around. I'll just kind of just withdraw from the world. I'll just kind of hide away in a corner. I won't actually do anything. I won't talk to anyone. I would do these videos because they're, I'm not interacting directly with someone. And I'll do my creative work because, again, I'm not directly interacting with someone. But I won't actually do anything related to people. So I won't hang out with people. I won't go out to dinner. People will be inviting me, and I'll be like, I'm busy, sitting at home staring off into space. And so I will not actually, interact with human beings at all, because I'm in that mode of hating people, because I'm thinking to myself, people are bad. They should be avoided. People are, they suck energy, or they're horrible because they're killing the world, or they're horrible because they're always fighting with each other, or they're horrible because they always have conflict, So I'm in that mode, and in that hating mode where I just want to hide from everything. Whereas on the other side, when I do love humanity, when I love mankind, I'm in that other mode where I'm like, ooh, let's hang out with everyone on this planet. Let's do things. Let's help people out. Let's be cool. Let's be friendly. Let's be extroverted. Yay, people, right? That's all right. I mean, that's cool. But the problem, as I said, is when we withdraw from the world. Sometimes I've noticed a bunch of you saying that when you withdraw from the world in that manner, it takes a lot of effort for you to go back into the world again. So what happens is that we end up staying in our withdrawn state for a long time. I've sometimes done that to myself when I'm by myself for a long time. And for me, a long time means a week or 2 weeks at a time. For you guys, it actually means 2 or 3 months at a time, right? And so the point of an INFJ, the point of us, the point of humanity in general is interaction, is social networks, is communication, right? But for an INFJ specifically, and that's the reason I'm doing these videos as well, is to kind of convince you guys that the purpose of an INFJ is not to hide away in the corner. Not that that's the purpose for anyone, really. But specifically for INFJs, because we have all these talents, we have all these gifts, we have all of these things that we have to give to the world in order to enhance the world that we live in. Also, if we enhance the world that we live in, we feel good about ourselves. And so it's a repeating circle, or a cycle of goodness, where we help and we feel good, and we help a little bit more and we feel better, and we help a little bit more and we feel even better. And so we want to be in that cycle. We want to be out in the world. We can't help the world unless we're in the world, right? Even these videos, sometimes I think to myself, why am I doing these videos? I'm an introvert. Like, it feels really odd sometimes when I'm sitting down and doing these videos, thinking to myself, I'm sharing a lot about myself, you know, and I feel really, really odd because I'm in that mode at that point in time that I just want to hide. As soon as I start doing the videos, though, I feel good about it. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I like sharing my knowledge. I like sharing my thoughts. You know, I like conversing with you guys in this kind of format. I love it. It makes me so happy. But in the beginning, like, I have this thing where I'm like, oh my God, am I even good at this? Why am I even doing this, right? Why can't I just hide in the corner? And so, as I've always said to you guys, there is a reason, a very good reason, a very compelling reason that INFJs are on this planet. Evolution wouldn't have made us, wouldn't have put us on this planet if there wasn't a purpose to us. Everything on this planet, everything in the world has a purpose to it. If you go observe nature, every single thing that is in there has some kind of purpose to it. Everything intermingles with each other, and everything just cohabitates together so that it, you know, it helps each other out. Right? It's all symbiotic. It's all symbiotic. It always has a purpose. Everything has a purpose. Even that little ant that picks up the caterpillar when it's dead and, you know, consumes it has a purpose. Everything is done for a reason, right? And so INFJs, with our traits and our weirdness and our uniqueness, would not have been put on this planet if there was no purpose to it, right? And I think this is my main reason for doing these videos, is to kind of convince you guys that you're not broken, that you're not purposeless, that you cannot hide away in the corner, you shouldn't hide away in the corner, that you are best at your best when you are out and about, interacting with people, helping them, exchanging emotions with them, you know, obviously not burning yourself out, because of course we can do that as well, and I'm not saying be out all the time. I know that you guys need your space, as do I, and so do take that space, but do not hide away for too long, because the world needs us. Not only that, we need the world as well. We cannot survive if we're on our own all the time, and the world needs us to be out there, interacting with people, and explaining to people how this world works, showing people by example how to live our life. You know, this is why I do these videos as well, is to kind of show you guys, if you are a little bit shy or if you are a little bit more introverted, that, you know, it can actually be really powerful for you to put yourself out there in a manner that I'm doing. It can actually be so powerful. I'm so grateful that I have this forum to do this in. Even if you don't want to do videos, you know, writing stuff out and putting it out on Tumblr, or having a blog, or just going out and interacting with people in a cafe or at school or university or at work, you know, talking to them, you know, interacting with them, teaching them about themselves, because that's what we are very good at. So that's all really important stuff. But when we hate mankind, because we do go into those modes, I do go into those modes as well. When you hate mankind, we kind of withdraw from the world, right? We just withdraw into ourselves, and then we're in that mode where we hate everything, hate everyone, and not only that, we start hating ourselves as well. And then when we hate ourselves, we don't do anything. We just sit in a corner and are in that mode where we, you know, hate ourselves. We're not doing anything. We hate ourselves even more. We're not doing anything, and then we hate ourselves even more and more. Like, it's like a self-perpetuating cycle. And I've been in that cycle because I've kind of gone into that withdrawal mode, and I've just started hating myself so much. As soon as I was able to pull myself out again of that cave, of that retreating mode, and put myself out again into the world, even if it's just a conversation with a friend, even if it's just a conversation with a bus driver, you know, even if it's just a conversation with a random person in a park, it doesn't matter. As long as I do that, I feel like, oh wow, I was able to help this person out, I was able to touch this person in a certain way where they felt it, and they felt in their heart, and they felt good about it. I was able to make an invisible being visible. I was able to show them that the world is caring about them, that the world does care, and that the world is watching them, and they're not alone. And as soon as that happens, I feel good about myself again, and I feel like I realize more and more that the purpose of an INFJ is not to hide. You can hate mankind as much as you want, because yes, mankind can be foolish sometimes, can be very silly sometimes, but the point is to put yourself out there and keep on putting yourself out there, because that's the only way the world's going to change. You hiding in the corner is not going to change anything. You're just going to be wasted space. You hiding in the corner, you're not going to be able to go out and change the world in any way, shape, or form. So that's the whole point. We're here for a purpose. Let's use our purpose before we die, because we're going to die very soon. We have short lives, very limited time, and let's do as much as we can before we move on to our next life or whatever you guys believe in, right? I hope this makes sense to you guys. I know maybe perhaps I'm kind of preaching a bit. I hope I'm not. I'm just kind of explaining how it works for me, and I want to show you that if it works for me, it works for you guys. It can work for you guys as well. It should work for you guys as well, because we are very similar beings. especially as INFJs. INFJs tend to be very similar to each other because we are so weird that, you know, there are very few weird traits that most people share, but we share a lot of them, right? Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Please do message me below, comment below, or you can email me at boomshikha@themillionairehippie.com. That email is again in the description below. Or you can message me on Facebook. My name is the same on there, Boom Shikha. And if you feel uncomfortable commenting below, if you want to do a private message system, then, you know, message me there. I always reply to everyone. Maybe not right away because I am busy with other things, but I will reply to you for sure. I never ignore anyone because that's one of my pet peeves, and I can't be hypocritical about it. If I hate someone else doing it, I can't do it myself, right? Okay. Alright, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.